Let's have an interview with him. I'll hope this would inspire most of the students and stakeholders. A warm welcome, sir. I introduce Mr. R. Rajesh Rangarajan, CEO of Cleantech, Gunasola, Chennai. Hi, sir. How are you, sir? Hope you are safe from this pandemic. First of all, I would like to introduce myself, Meena Rubini J, in the Department of ECE from SNS College of Engineering. I would like to add a short intro about our college. Braver than you believe, you are smarter than you think, you are stronger than you see. SNS Institution is a multidisciplinary global institution and the first Indian institution to implement a design thinking curriculum in education. Our institution works based on the principle of five holistic building career to build an entrepreneur mindset. Our institution works based on a holistic five pillars career building to build an entrepreneur mindset and learning environment to learn and collaborative and socialize. These five pillars are Center for Learning and Teaching, Skill and Career Development, Center for Creativity, Industry Institute Partnership Cell, Social Responsibility Initiative, and also 7 plus 5 vertical and innovation technologies for building an entrepreneur mindset. Let's start this interview with an introduction about your company. Can you share with us, sir?
Hi. My company's name is Guna Solar Private Limited. We are into solar power. So we build solar power projects for our clients. Our prime focus is more on commercial and industrial establishments. And recently we started venturing into residential sector as well. So we build solar projects, to mitigate them with the future energy rates and all. So today we have done quite a significant number of projects in this sector.
Sir, it's really good to hear from you, sir. I have a few set of questions. Sir, can you say who's your greatest inspiration?
Greatest inspiration, I can't name one. There are a lot of people at different stages in my entrepreneurial journey, even when I started working. So if I have to tell you about one who has really inspired me to get into business quickly is one Gujarati businessman. I met him during one of my work assignments. So he is a graduate. He has done his graduation in Hindi medium, and he handles 27 businesses. He's a director in about 27 companies. So I had an opportunity to spend a few hours with him, and one of the biggest solar projects in India also was done by him those days. So he was one of my biggest inspiration. When I asked him, how are you able to manage 27 companies, 27 different businesses? And it's not a corporate company, so many people. It's the leadership is only at the top. Only he handles, and then his family members. So he was one of the biggest inspirations, I would say.
It's really inspiring to us, sir. Let me move to the next question. For how many hours do you work an average a day, sir?
I would say work and study. I believe that learning is a continuous process. So I also spend a couple of hours every day to learn new things and also to unlearn a few things. So work and studies both put together, I would say about 10 to 12 hours a day.
I hope this is the secret behind your success, sir. Can you share a few key driving forces to become an entrepreneur, sir?
Quite a few, but the most important that comes top of my mind is, when you're working, you tend to to experiment different things, right? Your risk-taking ability. If you want to try out different things the way you want it, your education and your experience would say, okay, this path would work. This experiment is worth doing. It's worth commercializing in future. So when you're working for different companies, you are bound by a framework. You have your own set of limitations, so you don't go beyond. So there are company priorities that would come in the way of your experimentation. So I decided, okay, when I start my own venture. So I'm free to try out whatever it is. And ultimately, the key to success is trying out. If you don't try out, you can never be successful. You may even fail in your attempts, but trying out some new things is something that would actually will be a stepping stone for success. So when your organization comes in a way, most of the organizations nowadays are trying to also allocate some time for their employees to come out with creative things. So the most important driving feature that drove me is, the ability to take risk and try out new things. That is one of the driving forces, I would say.
Awesome, sir. Does this pandemic affect your organization, sir?
Yes. See, we are not an IT company where we can sit at home and do work. We are into power generation, so we have to go to people. We have to go and visit industries. We have to ascertain what their requirements are. We also need to do a site survey. We have to measure the area available. We have to do a shadow analysis. A lot of things that is field intensive in our business. So this pandemic, really stopped us from working. The only thing interaction that we can have is on Zoom or Teams, but that doesn't work. We have to physically go meet, understand the requirements. So we had a tough time during the pandemic, but anyhow, it's a learning process. This is something which this decade, this century, nobody would have planned for, such a long stint where you have to work from home. But we picked up this time to evolve, to carve out new business models, and to strengthen our internal processes, innovative ways of designing and all that. And we also we were trying to work on something where even when we have longer hours of work from home, we still manage something online using technology to the core.
Can you say top 3 skills needed to be an entrepreneur, sir?
A lot of skills, but if you want me to pick up top 3, I would say first one is perseverance. The second one is you have to develop an ability to learn and also the ability to listen. You have to be empathetic towards your stakeholders. And the third, I would say, you may have the best product or you might be offering the best service. Communication is the key. You have to effectively communicate. So I would say perseverance, ability to learn and listen, and then effective communication are the 3 key things that you.
Awesome, sir. It's really great. What can you give the advice to a college graduate who want to become an entrepreneur, sir?
Yeah, this is the need of the hour today. In our country, we have a lot of problems. Pick up a problem. So the best way to start a business is identify a problem and then hunt for a solution. And since you said in your introductory note, you said your college is the first institution to bring design thinking into the curriculum. So design thinking is it is the thing according to me. I also had a small design thinking in my academics. So peer learning, your classmates, I would say you should create a lot of workshops, create an idea pool, debate on ideas, pick up an idea, have different views from your own classmates, then you create an idea pool, and then you filter out the best ideas that can be worked out. These ideas can emanate from a vacuum in the industry or a solution to a particular problem. And then it can also be, once you create that idea, then you develop it. You see who are the stakeholders in this industry, what is the business about, so what are the key driving forces, what should be the differentiators in this. So this is something that you have to build and then take it forward. So I would say interaction with the society, keep an eye on all the new businesses that is coming up. And don't leave your academics, and your classmates, your mentors, your teachers, your industry colleagues. These are the people that you should interact and exchange your ideas, so you can filter out and create and get the best one out to experiment.
Thank you for giving this advice, sir. It is very useful to our college graduate as well as the students who are watching this video and who want to become an entrepreneur. Thank you, sir. Thank you for spending your valuable time with us, and thank you for accepting my invitation, sir. And thank you, sir. Thank you once again. We thank our management, Dr. P. Jnanasundari, head of the department ECE, and my mentor, Ms. Jasmine Kavita, assistant professor ECE department, for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Thank you, sir. Thank you once again. Thank you.